The Right Hon Patrick McLoughlin, Secretary of State for Transport, visited RVEL in June of this year and looked at the UTU 2.2 donor vehicle before conversion work took place. He also met members of the Asset Information and NDS teams aboard UTU2 to discuss the role of this vehicle in assuring the safety and integrity of the network.
So all this measurement is done by all this sophisticated equipment,
yes.
Back here, and then what fed back into the centre?
The data is processed by Sperry in their analysis suite in Derby, and our data, the Network Rail captured data, is processed at the centre at Milton Keynes, and then it's distributed to each of the engineers in the routes.
Secretary of State, government's agenda for a safer railway, better value for money. What have you seen today at RVEL that will help move that agenda forward?
Well, I think the truth of the matter is that what I've seen today is the way in which work is being done for Network Rail, which is vitally important to make sure our safety and make sure the railways are up to scratch. This is something which, since the lessons we've learned of Hatfield and others, has become very, very important. And what's being shown today is the way in which it's being done locally here in Derby, and a very good contract with Network Rail and other operators too.
And I guess you'll see as well, it's been explained to you, the expansion on this site. I mean, is that very encouraging?
It is encouraging. It's encouraging to see a site sort of being brought back into proper railway use, being utilised. I mean, that's the truth of it. The new paint shop plans are very important indeed.
I suppose the opportunity as well to bring old rolling stock back into service in a new lease of life.
I mean, one of the great problems at the moment is finding the extra capacity. Capacity is one of the key issues for our immediate problems. So using old rolling stock where that's acceptable and viable.
Derby is a railway hub, has been for a very long time, but to have the Secretary of State come and visit a company of RVEL's size is quite something, isn't it?
Yes, it's a major coup for us, Charles, and something that we've been very excited about.
I noticed there were a lot of questions from the Secretary of State and a lot of discussion. I mean, what were the key things he was asking you?
He looked at each project that we showed him, and he asked lots of pertinent questions about the scope of work on each job and completion times and any difficulties that we're encountering with the work. He had a good look at Network Rail's new Ultrasonic Test Unit, and he asked Network Rail a lot of questions about ultrasonic testing and also the cost of the project and that kind of thing.
So a particular focus on safety then?
Yes. What we do here with Network Rail in particular on the infrastructure monitoring fleet has a big impact on both the safety and reliability of the rail network. So the Secretary of State was very interested in all that.
The Secretary of State is unable to join us today, but he has sent the following message. We are currently embarked on one of the biggest programmes of rail modernisation ever, with more than £38 billion being spent to deliver more trains on modern electrified lines. However, maintaining our existing infrastructure is just as vital as expanding the network. This is why this new and innovative approach from RVEL and Network Rail is so important.